Hi, Guy again, and I have my headlights and turn signals on the DX450 as promised. So here's a little video just to show how they look. It's kind of hard to see unless it's nighttime as far as running, so I'll just have to show it to you here on the workbench. With the 12 volt, it doesn't have to be powered on. You can turn it on at any time by hand. I will go ahead and turn this on and turn the bike on. And flip it around backwards so you can see the turn signals here. So turn to the right, and of course it uses counter steering on here, so the wheel will go to the right, but it's going to turn left. There's your left turn signal. And again, turn to the right, right signal blinks. Turn to the left, left signal blinks. Seems to work pretty well, haven't had any problems with it. The lights are down inside of the plastic tubing, so that should be pretty sturdy. The switch I ended up making for it is a piece of plastic with two thin pieces of metal on each side stuck down and line soldered to them. And I took a spring and cut one end off of it, took the other end and bent it up and in a loop so that that screws into the bottom of the servo. That puts the spring sideways this way so the rounded end rubs on the switch. So basically it sits in the middle in a neutral area and doesn't light anything, and as the servo moves left and right it slides that rounded portion back and forth over the contacts and switches on one set or one flasher or the other, and it seems to work just fine. The wiring in it, oops, wrong side. Wiring came out pretty clean in it. Comes up underneath through the front, runs along the side here, and my switches and all. The battery mounts right in a nice spot in here with some double back foam tape on it. And the turn signal lights come out the back so that they can be seen on the sides. Let me switch this off so the servo doesn't fight me. And we've got the left turn signal, or excuse me, the right, and the left turn signal. The only thing I changed so far was I had two JST plugs in it. I left the one into the front headlights, but I took the one out that went to the back. It wasn't really necessary. I could have even hardwired straight through and not used this JST plug. But I thought it would be nice to have an option. If I want to unplug the headlights, that gives me a 12 volt plug-in right away. I can hook anything up to it. If I want to put one of the 12 volt strip lights around it, I could stick that underneath the body on it to run at night or something, just for fun. But in general, right now, everything seems to work very well. I'll say the headlights on it are pretty bright headlights. And for those that are curious, the reason I did use the 12 volt secondary battery on here instead of just plugging directly into the receiver and getting power is that these are running on a 2-cell LiPo at 7.4 volts, I believe, or a 3-cell LiPo, which is 11.1 volts. At a full charge, an 11.1 3-cell LiPo will charge to 12.6 volts. So depending on which battery you had in it, the resistor would have to be different to your lights. I can only set it up to either run on the 2-cell, and if you threw a 3-cell in, it would blow all the lights instantly. Or I could set it up for a 3-cell, and it would probably run about half bright on a 2-cell battery. Plus, why draw any of your runtime out of the main battery? So that gives me the little 12 volt battery. It isn't enough to affect the weight or balance or anything else on here. Everything runs just fine. I do need a new body for it. They tended to flip upside down really easy. And there you go. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you got the instructions off the other video on how to make one if you like. have a good time. Bye.